Imagine a plastic wall that is 10 meters thick. Not very much is going to get through a barrier like that. Now imagine that the same function can be realized with only 1 millimeter. It can, with EVAL EVOH. In fact, it normally takes just a few microns of this EVOH copolymer to create an amazingly effective gas and aroma barrier. But what's the story behind this? How does EVAL work? The answer is simple. Take any material that needs a protective gas or aroma barrier around it. A very thin layer of EVAL is enough to do the job. That's no surprise really, because EVAL works in both directions. Value, quality, flavor and CO2 are locked inside where you want them. Oxygen and odors are kept outside where they belong. So let's see how we can put some EVAL barrier to good use, and just how useful it can be throughout an entire product life cycle. Let's look at something good for us, like vegetables. Already in the farm field, high barrier mulching films containing EVAL help achieve higher production yields with much smaller amounts of chemicals. Once we're ready for packaging, a layer of just a few microns of EVAL is sufficient. So what are the benefits? First, the quality and vitamins inside the pack are protected against oxygen and odor, avoiding spoilage and prolonging freshness. Second, almost any form is possible. Cup or pouch. Whatever your choice, our EVAL technicians help you develop the optimum pack design that uses fewer resources and weighs much less, without losing its protective function. Third, packaging can be adapted to just the right size, shape and proportion, making packing, transport and distribution as efficient as possible. In other words, lighter weight and smarter designed packaging means fewer trucks on the road for the same amount of value. Moreover, during transport, EVAL's outstanding barrier properties protect our vegetables against outside odors and contamination. Once our packs have arrived at the store, their optimized shapes fit perfectly on the display shelves. For some products, using EVAL means it's no longer necessary to use refrigeration, saving energy. Even better, thanks to EVAL, the product freshness is maintained without the need for artificial additives and conservatives. Our vegetables can be safely stored and displayed for longer periods of time. After all, packaging is all about getting the product to you, fresh and intact. The worst thing we can do for the environment is let our vegetables go bad, which would waste all the many resources invested in them up until now. That's no small achievement, considering that in the developing world, up to 50% or more of food is wasted before it can be consumed. And in the developed world, up to 30% of the food we buy is thrown away. Using functional packaging in the correct portion size is a great way to reduce waste and save resources. So now that we've purchased our vegetables, it's time to take them home. Lightweight plastic packaging is easy to carry and won't break in your car on the way home. You might not know it, but it's very likely there's a layer of EVAL in your car's lightweight plastic fuel tank, making sure that the fuel vapor stays inside to run your car instead of permeating out into the atmosphere. Even in your home, EVAL may be hard at work, helping to keep it safe and efficient. Barrier liners below the foundation help keep harmful radon gas from penetrating inside. Used in district heating pipes, EVAL helps them to remain energy efficient and prolongs their lifetime. EVAL also keeps oxygen out of underfloor heating systems, avoiding corrosion and helping them run longer. And in your fridge, high-tech insulation panels containing EVAL keep your opened bottles, packs, pouches or cups cool in an energy-efficient way. Yes, from field to fridge to fork, EVAL protects resources, improves efficiency and reduces environmental impact, helping you save money in the process. So now the packaging has done its job, bringing your food home with its quality, flavor and vitamins intact, and at the same time avoiding waste. However, the story is not completely finished yet. EVAL still has some energy left. After use, packaging containing EVAL can be broken up into pellets and used in regrind material. In fact, many rigid bottles and cups already contain a layer of the recycled EVAL structure apart from the new EVAL barrier layer. But eventually, the life of the packaging does come to an end. Even then, however, the energy stored in EVAL and the rest of the packaging can be recovered. It can be used as an alternative energy resource to warm houses and generate electricity while emitting only very small amounts of CO2 and water vapor. Now that's a bright idea. So, as we've seen, it only takes a very small amount of EVAL EVOH to add a highly functional gas and aroma barrier. Throughout the life cycle of our product, EVAL has helped in ways we can easily see, and even in a few ways we might not. But most important of all, EVAL EVOH protects value while helping conserve resources and reduce waste. That means saving money even as we help reduce impact on the environment. EVAL, protecting so much more than your product.